Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vincent Tan speaking. This time, I'm going to share you the introduction about condensing unit. We call it Unix. Meanwhile, I also provide the corresponding videos linkages at the below description area just for your reference. This sharing divides into these 5 parts. Moreover, I also provide the corrected subtitle. Don't forget to turn it on if you need. Do you feel
Let's go to talk about the 40 new release with base program about the dual fuel system, which is very good for the Canada market. And first of all, what is dual fuel? That is electric heat pump plus high efficiency gas furnace. And just like this diagram, you need to connect the heat pump to this one. This is actually the A coil, and either the cooling or heating, you can do it from here by the heat pump. Plus, if you connect with the furnace, which means the air volume is offered by this furnace to the house, and they both controlled by this thermostat. So the next question is how to use it. It is depending on the outdoor ambient. If it is higher than, let's say, 5 degrees, then we will apply the heat pump for the heating. At that period, the heat pump is still very powerful. It can cover all the heating required from the indoor. And if the outdoor ambient become very low, let's say less than -10, at that case, the heat pump it cannot provide that much heating capacity, especially at that time the heating demand also increase a lot. Then we need to rely on this furnace. Then we will turn off this heat pump and turn on the furnace to keep offering the heating capacity. And this is very good for the low outdoor ambient, especially when the outdoor temperature is less than -10. And also for this function, we require the thermostat to support to get the outdoor ambient. Either you can connect to the internet to get this data, or there is a temperature sensor to read the outdoor ambient. And for more detail about the rebate policy, please check on this website. For this A coil, it is actually multi-positional, which means we allow to horizontal or vertical installation. So for the horizontal, you need to put it at the furnace discharge. Either on the left or right side is available. Just change the drain pan position is fine. For the vertical installation, just like this. And here is this A coil. You can put it at the upper side or the lower side of the furnace. And I know for the down flow, it is not that easy to modify the furnace, but we require to do this just to guarantee the enough air volume for this furnace. And for this installation, there is not follow our requirement. Do you know what is it? It is this one, which means if the A coil locates at the upper side of this furnace, we require to install at least 6-inch the transition. The purpose of this one is just to guarantee the air volume can fully flow into this A coil. Besides, we just worry about the drain pan, which is this one. It will be too close to the furnace and makes it to be melt down just in case. This slide, I just display some important requirements for the dual fuel installation and wiring. First is the furnace. If capable, you need to set the cooling capacity match with this heat pump on the furnace. And the airflow requirement for the A coil, it is 2 ton for 800 CFM, 3 ton for 1000, 4 and 5 ton for 1600. For the detailed wiring of this dual fuel, just follow this diagram to finish the wiring. And for the thermostat requirement, it should support 2 heating, 1 cooling heat pump system. and for the B, set it to be 1 and the OB in hit. And the backup hit route would be this one. And the auto logout backup hit should be this. And this is the detailed meaning of the different labels, just for your reference. In summarize, you need to follow this document to do the wiring and installation for DualFuse system.
That's all for this sharing. If you still have any other question, feel free to contact me on my email address. Hasta la próxima. それではまた今度。